So my friend sent me this video of a viral braid style, the one I featured in the thumbnail, and I was super excited because already had the video saved in my phone. I already had it saved on Instagram because I saw it, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, I need to try this. And she is the perfect candidate to try this on. So the style is done by Braids by Tati, and I'm gonna put her name in the description so that she gets her credit for this style. I made sure to see the originality of the style, and it definitely was created by her. So I wanted her to get her credit for that. But for this style, you're gonna need to press your hair. So typically I don't recommend pressing your hair before braiding. However, this style your hair needs to be straight unless you naturally have, straight hair, or if you have long hair, you might not even need to feed any hair in. If your hair is already long, you can just straighten it and do this style. It'll be perfect. So what I'm doing right now is she came with her hair washed and I blew it out some, and now I'm going to press it. I'm using the iron guard because she said whenever she uses the iron guard, it tends not to puff up. Clearly her natural hair is natural. There's no perm or anything in it, so it's going to want to revert back. Now, this is not a style that you want to get and you want it to last. This is an event style. This is a style that you get if you're going to a baby shower, you're having a baby shower. This is if you're going to a wedding. Like, this is a 3-day max type of style. And if your hair is used to frizzing up immediately into going into this summer humidity, then I do not recommend it because, like I said, your hair has to be straight. And then the next thing is we are using kind of wavy braiding hair. It's a wet and wavy, but it's really, really loose. So I wanted the hair to be off the weft. I hate using hair that's on the weft. So I got this hair. It's not really, really long. It's like, I'm not sure how many inches it is. However, this is what we're going to be using. So you cannot use any type of jam gel for this style because the hair is definitely slick down straight, but it's not like, it's really loose. It's loose going into the braid. So we're going to use my wax stick, and wax is really the best option for not making the hair wet, but kind of getting the frizzies to stay in line. Like, just check them a little bit. Like, all right, I'm not going to sleek you down, but I'm going to check you a little bit. I'm going to make sure that you behave a little bit, like go into the braids, you know what I'm saying? So wax is going to do that. I'm using the Care wax stick for that. And right now I'm just doing the same routine, my middle part, straightening it up because we're doing 4 braids with this style. So I'm getting my middle part going, and I'm using the wax stick to clean it up and also to separate the hair. And now I'm going to part it again into another half, and because we're doing 4 straight back braids. And you guys, when I did this first braid, I'm just gonna still keep it in this video, but this first braid is not correct, right? So but I'm gonna show you guys the difference because I've done this style before when I used to do the butterfly braids. This is like butterfly braids, but you're doing it in 4s and you're leaving a lot of loose hair out and stuff like that. So I've done this style before, but if you don't use it, you lose it, just like my last video. So I haven't done it in a while, so I forget. You do a style, you get it down pat, and then you haven't done it in a while, so you kind of forget the steps. So for this, I was braiding, adding in the hair, and then loosening it up as I go. Very much incorrect. It could still pass, but it wasn't passing for real. So what I did was use the Care wax stick, and I slicked them down just like I would my jam. I slicked them down on both sides, and then I'm starting to braid, and I'm using that straight hair as an add-in, and I'm adding it in. And then as I'm going, I'm loosening it up. But like I said, it's not right. It's not the right way. It still looked okay. However, you're going to see when I do the other half, like how it turned out. But I'm just keeping this in the video just so you guys know wrong from right. I just kind of want to show you that we do mess up sometimes, and sometimes we're able to correct it, which I was able to go back. I did the first 2 braids in this way, and I was looking at it like, no, it just does not look right. Like, this is not how the video looks. This is not how the picture look. let me try the other two braids on the other side a different way. And I did that and it turned out right. And then I was like, okay, girl, I mean, it's just 4 braids. Let me take these out and then just redo them instead of letting her go. Of course, like two's properly done and the other two's like not properly done. We're not going to do that. We had time to redo it. Sometimes you might do a style, you might start out wrong and you just don't have the time to redo it because it's a long, crazy, like a long style. So just pray and hope like when you do figure it out, like it covers the mistake. But for this, like most definitely could not let her get out the chair with half done, half whatever. So this was passing, but it wasn't passing as an expert. This was like a beginner passing, right? And these stitches are not meant to be perfect because in the video the stitches are not really perfect. It's not shown. And what I'm doing is spraying some hairspray on it. That's going to help it, stay intact a little bit longer for her. But when I get to the other side, I'm just going to switch up the hairspray because the got to be glue is probably going to make it last longer. So now I'm on the side that I did it the right way. As you guys can see, it's way like prettier. It's just way more uniformed, really, really pretty. Like it's done wonderfully on this side. And that's because instead of pulling it out as I go, I went ahead and braided the entire thing first, and then it was went back in and pulled it apart, like pulled it out, to make the butterfly effect of it. This braid on this side is much, much tighter, much more secure than the other side. And that's because we had a solid foundation of me braiding it out first and then going back in and pulling it out. Now, for this style, if you guys are able to see the video, the original video, I'm not sure I'm going to put it in my own video because of copyright issues and stuff like that. However, if you're able to go to Braids by Tati, I think that's Tattii, I'll make sure to correct that if I'm wrong, and see the original video, she has way more hair out. And that's because, one, I don't think my client really wanted all that hair out, but two, I didn't really do a deep dive into the style. I kind of just saw that one video. My friend showed me the video. I was like, I got it, I got it, I got it, But I didn't really do a deep dive into like how much hair she had out in the front. It just looked whimsical. And I'm just excited to try something new because like all the other styles I've been doing is a little bit monotonous, I just keep doing the same thing over and over. And so when I see something new, it's like I get so excited to try it. But this second braid that I did, like I went in, I braided it first, and then now I'm going in and pulling on the sides. I'm not pulling the entire braid. I'm just pulling like a few strands on both sides at a time at the same time. As you guys can see, I'm doing it at the same time. I'm not doing one side at a time, so I'm pulling on the braids at the same time just to fluff them out. So now I'm just taking out the other half because it's just not up to par. It's not doing what it needs to do. So I'm taking out the other half and I'm going to redo it, and I'm reusing the hair. We really didn't need that much hair. I think I used like maybe 1.5 pack. There's 4 little tiny bundles that came in the pack, and I used like maybe 2 of the bundles for all 4 braids. So I did not need all that hair. And even the model in the original like inspired video, it doesn't seem like it needed that much hair. Then I ended up crocheting these hair. I'm not sure if that's what she did, but I ended up kind of like crocheting and tying it up, these little strands that's left out, and then just curling them, and then I folded them in the back and sewed them down. She wrapped them around in circles and pinned them down with hairpins, but however I sewed mine down at the back. And now I'm going in with some got to be glue spray to kind of like keep it intact. Like I said, this is not a style that you want to last you a week, or it's not gonna last you a week. This is like 1 to 3 day max style for like a function or an event. This is not something you get and say, oh, it didn't last me at all. Like, no, get this for an event and that's that. So now I'm gonna like lay her baby hair best way possible. And this is the final look of the style, you guys. Go ahead and check out their original video. It looks really, really good. Like, this is just the basics of how it's done. So you guys can try it. You guys can leave out more hair. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be trying this style again because I'm a perfectionist and I want to get it right. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to do this style on somebody else. I have to try at least one more time to get it right and down pat. But for the basics, this is how it's done. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.